The last thing I said to her before she went into surgery was, you have to fight. You have to fight with everything you have. Because she had to be okay.
I do remember that morning I woke up. I was not feeling well at all. I had gone out for breakfast. I felt pretty crappy all day long. And I laid down. I was gonna try and sleep it off. And I did wake up, and I told my mother that she had to take me to the emergency room because it was one of the worst pains I had ever been in my life.
The scariest part for me was seeing Mom for the first time after surgery. I had an idea in my mind what she was going to look like, but after walking into the room, the lady with all the tubes coming out of her throat and her stomach was not my mom. She had literally 20 different medications entering her body through various IVs.
My aorta dissected, so from my heart all the way up to my carotid artery, my aorta just shredded. So they had to split my chest open, go in. I have a dicron aorta now.
The scariest part of her being in the hospital was just the not knowing what was going to happen from moment to moment. I left one morning and I thought, oh, she's really doing great. I took kids back to school shopping. I came back and I was met outside her room with the information that her brain was swelling. They might have to take the back of her skull off because they needed to release the pressure. She was getting scans done every 2 hours.
It was hard to sit by my mom's side and not want to leave to eat or use the bathroom for fear she would not be there when we got back. For 2 weeks I sat next to her bed holding her hand and talking to her. I talked to her about how her kids missed her at home, and I told her about my friend drama and my fears for starting high school in the upcoming weeks. And I pleaded with her and said, Mom, I need you here with me. Please don't go. And every time the doctors came into the room, they were so surprised that I was still keeping vigil by her bedside. But all those weeks of talking to her when doctors thought I was crazy and the constant prayers, they paid off because she's still here today. So in the summer of 2016, a sensational app was put on the App Store. You probably know it, Pokemon Go. Yeah, well, while many teenagers were playing that, my 38-year-old mother was playing that as well.
And she loved going Pokemon. And on the way in, we caught a Skyther. First Skyther that she would have caught, and we caught it in her phone. And when we told her about that, her eyes just lit up. And she smiled around her tube as much as she could smile. And at that point I told the nurse, she's gonna be fine. And she just kind of looked at me with disgust because I'm just one of those stupid patients' family that don't listen to reality. But I knew the reality.
I just reached a point where I decided I was a 38-year-old mother of 5, and one way or another I was going to walk into my daughter's football game to see her perform, and I did it. I have gone back to work full time, and I take care of my children on my own with my help from my family. I'm very proud of how far I have come since my surgery.
It's still so painful to talk about it because that's the pain you felt every single day.
I'm happy that she's still alive.
Love you, Mommy. We love Mommy. I love you, Mom.
I love you, Mom.
Love you, Mama.